Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about dividing integers. Our objective for today is divide positive and negative integers. So let's do a quick review of our multiplication. As you remember, a positive times a positive 3 times a positive 4 will give me a positive 12. A negative times a positive, negative 4 times negative 3, will give me a negative 12. Positive times a negative, positive 4, negative 3, will also give me a negative 12. And lastly, a negative times a negative will give me a positive 4 times 3, which is 12. Well, as you recall from our facts family back in the days, if 3 times 4 equals 12, then 12 divided by 4 will equal 3. Nope, I did it backwards. I did 12 divided by 3. I wanted to say 12 divided by 4, and I wrote 12 divided by 3. So let's fix that. 12 divided by 4 will equal 3. Well, let's do that for the rest of them. I have negative 12 then, divided by 3 will then give me my negative 4. And then looking at this one, I have negative 12 divided by negative 3 will equal my positive 4. And lastly, I have a positive 12 divided by my negative 3, and that will give me a negative 4. Now, hopefully you can look at this and start seeing rules like we have for our multiplication. Here I have a positive divided by a positive. I write that positive divided by a positive, and my answer is a positive. Here I have a negative, try to write a little bit smaller, divided by a positive, and my answer is a negative. Here I have a negative divided by a negative, and my answer is a positive. And lastly, I have a positive divided by a negative, and my answer is a negative. Now these rules should look familiar. When my signs agree, positive divided by positive, I get a positive. Negative divided by a negative, I get a positive. And when my signs disagree, like a negative divided by a positive, I get a negative, or a positive divided by a negative, I get negative. Signs disagree, I get negative answers. Signs agree, I get a positive answer. Let's write down our rules so we know. Positive divided by a positive, my answer will be positive. Make sure you get this in your notes. Should probably be typing this because it would be a lot faster than me writing it. I do that for the next one. I have a positive divided by a negative, my answer will be negative. You put an equals in here. And then I have a negative divided by a positive. Again, that is going to be equal to negative. And lastly, a negative divided by a negative. That is going to equal a positive. So let's make sure all of that's in your notes. Put an equal sign for this one too. Do a quick little practice. I have a positive divided by a negative. My signs disagree. My answer will be negative. 21 divided by 7 is 3. I have a positive divided by a negative. My answer will be negative because my signs disagree. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Lastly, I have a negative divided by a negative. So my answer will be positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6. That is it. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.